This Jimny has 600 horsepower, racing tyres, and only has a PP of 592. I would go into detail about how OP it is, but I've already made a video about that, and I've put the tune for this beast on one of my community posts, which I'll link both in the comments. At the end of that video, I mentioned I'd be seeing how well this Jimny could do pitted up against Group 4 race cars. And how did it go? Well, have a look for yourself. Come on. Yes, let's go! If I didn't pass him on the straight, he would have only been 3 laps down. Yeah, it was over for the competition literally after Sector 2 of the first lap. But let's start this from the beginning. Before the race, I decided to see what the other drivers had to say. The first guy said that his car had a Nissan V6 and it was going to be difficult to control. Oh my goodness, my man, I have a Jimny that may or may not have a laptop in the passenger seat, and you think you have a lot of power to handle. The next guy said he was going to do a one-stop, and then the next guy thought it was a good idea to bring an EV to an endurance race. These are my 3 reasons why I think this is a dumb idea. Firstly, the range would be terrible, especially when you're going flat out. Secondly, the weight of an EV would make it a boat to drive, and lastly, because of the weight, the tyre wear is going to be awful. Ooh, but he said he was going to make up for all those downsides in sheer speed, and he says it's a dream to drive. It'll be a dream for this thing to finish in the top 10. Finally, the last guy said he was just going to go on hard tyres. So it looks like everyone except the EV driver has a sensible choice of car. Let's go down to the actual race. I took the lead by the end of Sector 2 and began lapping over 6 seconds faster than this supposedly really fast EV. This used up a quarter of its battery in the first 3 minutes of this hour-long race. This is why you shouldn't bring an EV to an endurance race. If only he'd subscribed to this channel, he would have known about the Jimny. By lap 8, I started to lap the back markers, and by lap 13, I have lapped 2nd place, which is just in time for my pit stop. Whilst I was watching the replay, I decided to see how fast the Porsche EV was compared to the other cars. The EV was literally slower than the Group 4 cars that have worse tyres than it, but the EV drinks its juice 5 times quicker, which explains why it's 13th place halfway into the race. Nothing really interesting happened in the final half. I lapped everyone some more, had a few close calls with spinning out on the final corner, and the EV falls down to 17th. And when I finish, 2nd place is 2 laps down. So in conclusion, buy a Jimny and don't buy an EV to win endurance races, because you'll probably spend the entire race recharging. Hey, thanks for watching this video. For each like I get in this video, I will buy a new Jimny. So if I get 100 likes, that is 2 million credits worth of Jimnys. So please, don't like the video, alright? Next video, we'll see how the Jimny takes on other fast cars. Bye bye!